Russell Stratton, Leadership Champion at Blue Gem Learning, working with organisations like yours to transform average bosses into great leaders and help facilitate the improvement in team and individual performance. In previous vlogs I've talked about performance management at an individual level, and if you remember in last week's vlog we started to look at performance management at an organisational level, specifically with a client of mine working with a retail store. So we were looking at the balanced scorecard, and if you remember the first two areas we considered were financial and also people. So today what I'd like to do is look at the other two elements that help you get a really rounded picture of how well your organisation is doing. So the third area we might look at is actually customer. So for my client here, it will be looking about how do his customers view his business. The easiest way to identify this is perhaps to do a customer survey or an engagement survey to think about what customers feel about the level of service that they have in the store. You may also want to include how do people feel about his staff, their level of knowledge, how professional they are, how pleasant they are, do people feel welcome. But it really gets a view of how it gets us thinking from a customer-centric point of view. Because if our customers aren't happy, then they're not going to buy from us and they're not going to continue to buy from us and recommend us to other people. So focusing on what the customer needs and making sure that we understand what they need and what they like is important. Now the final element to think about with the balanced scorecard approach is about process. And in this context, when we talk about process, we're talking about internal processes within the organisation. So for example, in his retail store, we're thinking about how does he ensure that stock is kept fresh and up to date, that the latest offers are actually on sale at the front of the store so people are seeing that as they walk in. What's the timeline between somebody walking into the store and a member of staff engaging them? You know, are they all over the person, they just at the minute their foot steps in? Or are we at the other extreme where somebody's in the store for 4 or 5 minutes before somebody barely lifts their head from the counter and says, "Oh, can I help you?" So one of the things that he was focusing on is making sure that his staff were attentive to customers without being overkill and feeling they were suffocating people. One of the other areas that he was considering was making sure that there was a clear timeline that things were kept fresh in the storefronts. And actually making sure that the front of the store was changed out on a regular basis. And he'd changed that time from being on a monthly basis to really doing it bi-weekly to make sure that it was going to be done quickly and people, when they came along, were going to see something that was fresh and new. So I hope you find that sort of snapshot of the balanced scorecard interesting. If you like this vlog, feel free to share with your colleagues or comment below. And if you think I can help your organisation in any way, check out my website at bluegemlearning.com.